National Football League.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is Dual Threat back at it again. This time it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be playing the CPU, and as you know, the CPU is kind of cracked in this Madden. They rarely make a mistake passing-wise, and defensively they're a little easy. I will say that, but it is our goal right now to we're gonna talk about something instead. We're not gonna really focus too hard on explaining the game. Really, we're gonna be bullshit. No. So the first thing we're gonna do is talk about team building in the NFL and why some teams truly suck at it, and why some teams know how to 2020 know how to do it, and how some of the league can take lessons.
It is inevitable in the NFL that some days it just doesn't go.
Just from them. Gotta close the stream quick. Give me a second. Yeah. So how some teams should.
You're gonna have a bad game.
Just take inspiration from the league on how to build a team, how to.
That's certainly the case here today.
Just
it's going to take a significantly better performance out of him at the quarterback position if they want to avoid another loss. A big part of that is can he mentally bounce back from last week, put it behind him, and come out and play to his level.
I want to start with Bryce Young and Panthers and how they just utterly failed him organizationally. They did not. Wow. They didn't give him a chance. Like he didn't stand a chance. They traded away his weapons, traded away assets for an already bad offense. Like, they weren't good to begin with, and decided that yes, this would be the best way to do it.
Here's Minshew.
Open
man, he's got Agnew.
This would be the best way to roll out your rookie, is to say, we're not going to give you a top target. We're going to throw you into an offense that was already bad. We're expecting you to fix that offense, and then if you don't, also, your head coach doesn't want to draft you. That's another thing. You're 100% a Nepo baby type of draft pick, where it is not the head coach leading this and GM. This is 100% the owner.
Here's a run with Hunt.
The owner wants you, so you go. Your head coach wants CJ Stroud. Your head coach built for CJ Stroud. Your GM went along with it, and they drafted you. So it's kind of unfair to him.
Now a carry for Hunt.
Come on, get him down. It's really unfair. He was thrown into a very shitty position. And okay, so we have a bad offense. We didn't get him any weapons to really replace what we don't have, what we lost, which was DJ Moore. We don't have Christian McCaffrey anymore. So this rookie quarterback now has to figure it out, right?
And 12. They motion the slot man left. From the gun, here's Minshew.
Good job. This rookie quarterback got to figure it out by himself, basically, because the head coach isn't really on his side to try and make him succeed. Because why would he? There's no point. Besides keeping his job, but he's already in this position where you really don't even know if he's keeping his job.
All the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
You know what I mean? Because the owner and him already don't see eye to eye on how they want to build this team. Because, you know, fundamentally, don't agree with who's going to quarterback this team. But it is what it is at that point. So they start the season. The Panthers struggle, not surprisingly.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal.
Late in the season,
in this case, you
they fire their coach,
success. You were
and
able
they get
to operate your
a
offense. You were able to quiet this crowd
a
just
temporary
a little
one,
bit and come away with an early lead.
and then they don't keep the temporary one. They get a new coach. So this is 3 new offenses that are, well, 3 new flavors of offenses and play calling that Bryce Young has experienced in his first 18 games
Really solid
of
all-around
playing.
performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have
18
been
games of
earth-shattering
playing.
performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play
And
that
then you
style of
bench
ball,
him.
it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Got a man downfield. It's Wilson.
So you go with the Peyton Manning approach, which was, yo, we're gonna be bad. It's whatever. We're gonna throw you out there regardless.
Forces the receiver to be on time, and
Even if we're bad, even if you throw 30 interceptions, we have a bad year, you'll learn from it, and we'll come back next year. And even if you're bad again next year, because we didn't do anything to really address the issues, because we mortgaged multiple years to get you here, right?
Early on.
Throwing now is Rattler. And a good effort there defensively. It's not
So we
away,
mortgaged
and
multiple years to
incomplete.
get you here.
They got there
And-
in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he
So
saw
we're not
that
going to give
free
up,
rusher coming,
obviously.
and at the
So
very least
if you
was
throw
able to get
a
that
billion
ball out
interceptions,
to
who
prevent the
cares?
sack.
Throw a billion more.
Looking to throw, Rattler.
God, this is
Pass
different.
incomplete.
I'm usually not pressured like this. Shit. I don't like that. Yeah, next crowd be on.
After
gotta be
back-to-back
right now.
incompletions,
Slide that
they
way.
now face
Slide
third
that
down
way.
and 10. Throwing is Rattler. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the
Where was
tackle
that?
here at the 3-yard
Oh
line.
yeah. We don't care. We don't care. We're gonna Peyton Manning this.
They'll
If
run
you're
here
bad, you're
with
bad. It
Kamara.
is what it is.
And he will take this one
And then
across
year
into the
3,
end zone.
with a year under this new head coach who agrees with the vision, obviously, because he interviewed for the job. He knows his roster, and he knows what it might be. And you know, they came in year 2, built a really good offensive line for him.
The kickoff team is
This
out on the
year.
field.
Obviously,
And we're
you don't
back
have
to
the
it
receiver
as the
as
kicks
you want
away.
because you have
This one will be
Xavier
taken
Legette,
in
who's
the
a
end
rookie.
zone. No
You have
run
Adam
back
Thielen,
coming.
who,
And the
you know,
ball
is a
coming
good
out
receiver,
to the
but dies on
30-yard
routes every now and then.
The Raiders offense.
And he's
Ready
not
now
a
for
true
their
X.
second drive.
He's basically a complimentary
Touchdown
player.
gives them the lead. Drive begins
And
with first and 10.
so you
On the ground, this is Hunt.
step up in the
And he
run.
will wiggle
It's
his way
obvious
forward
run.
for a
What are
gain
you
of
doing?
couple.
But yeah, you have these players. You're just not. But they're like, it's basically you're in year 2 of a rebuild.
Second down. And
But
8.
you have the quarterback that you're supposed to have in year 4 of the rebuild. You know what I
They'll
mean?
stick with him again.
Like you're not supposed to have a rookie quarterback year 2 in the rebuild. Because that either means you're ahead of schedule or you took a quarterback too early. In this case, they took a quarterback too early. He needed.
Here comes third and 6. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Because you really wanna build the team first. So now this gets to that point is you build the team first. You make sure that you're taking advantage of the fact that this boy's cheap for the foreseeable future.
The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Open man, right side. He's got it.
That plays, so probably not gonna be able to looky this against
This
trips.
receiver went a long way
Oh,
to
Willie.
catch this
It's
ball.
not
He
lucky, it's
started
Willie.
all the way out on the left side of the formation.
Because they're
Look where
just
he catches
motioning
it,
the
Mike.
fuck
He's
out
all
of
the way
us
on the right
and
side
getting
of the
us
field.
out of it. So
He just
that's
continued
good
to
on
work
them.
through those open zones. Eventually found one, and the quarterback was able to put it on him for a nice gain.
That's to the
Good
right
tackle.
side. Caught by Bowers.
What was that?
Not the big play they were
Yeah,
hoping
so you
for,
really wanna
but
take
first
advantage
down
of that
efficiency, staying
rookie
ahead of the
deal.
chains,
And
when every offense
then
is
go
trying
get
to
your
find,
quarterback.
and
Once
it brings a
he's
manageable second
all
down.
rookied out. You know what I
Now a
mean?
toss play, running
Once
left.
that rookie deal is over, he's all rookied out.
Down to the backfield.
You
What a
can
defensive play.
then go
Knifing
get your
it,
quarterback
dropping him for
because
the
at
loss.
that point he's ready for it. You got your roster. He's not going into
So,
like
we'll talk over
hell,
what to do on this 3rd down play
and
as
you
we
waste
hit
you
the
burn a
end
year of him
the first
learning,
quarter.
or he comes out great. Like the NFL has a great way of ruining good college
They come to the line
quarterbacks
needing 11
and making
here
them
on
bad
3rd down.
instead of
Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
like I said, computers they got the fuck up.
The 12. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the
Yeah.
backfield. We'll get the carry here.
So yeah,
Not much to speak of
You don't
on
expect
that one. Maybe a gain of a yard.
the-
It's 2nd down.
I kind of lost my train of thought on Papa, and I don't like focusing on this game. Yeah, lost it. Ooh.
Back to the ground.
Oh, good
He'll get it
shit,
again.
boy.
And the defense
But yeah,
there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's good quarters. You on an island, buddy.
Here's Minshew.
Got
Under
him.
pressure, too much, and he goes down.
But yeah, so you have these
Now after taking that loss on the sack,
you have
it
these
changes your
quarterbacks
entire
that are
approach
good in
offensively.
college
You go from playing for 6
and or great
now everything is just
or
about
leading
coming away with
really
points.
elite offenses in college, and you see their scheme. It's not built to just they're very talent-based schemes and a lot of like failures that you get like, oh yeah, this is the number 1 overall pick. But let's throw him into this decrepit offense that doesn't have any talent, truthfully, into it. Well, and
And I can
actually,
tell you
in
firsthand,
most
Mike, when
cases,
you find
in a
yourself
division
trailing in a game,
that has
you don't
some
feel very good
monstrous-ass
about coming away with field
defenses,
goals. But in this case,
and
it
he's
does
just
get them
gonna
a
have
little
to
bit
figure it out.
closer and cut into this deficit.
Really?
This will
Who
be
knows?
returned
Maybe.
from the 6.
We hope he does.
As he takes it
And
across
obviously,
the
I know sometimes you have to do it from just pure marketing standpoint. Like, yo, this dude's going to make us so much money when we draft him, just from
Set to go now
endorsements,
on first
and
and
people
10.
want to see him, and
To throw, it's Rattler.
so we
The
have
pressure
to
there
draft him.
got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Pressure getting me. This is the worst I've ever
with the
started.
safe throw and throws it
Pressure.
well short of the sticks. And at
I
this
was like,
level,
you know,
Mike, you
we
just
don't
can't
have these, so
miss
I kind
layups
of
like
need
that.
him to know that.
Rattler now back to throw.
If I would have waited, I probably could have hit. I could have hit what's it called, but fuck.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's see. Let's see if we actually get the hands.
Now Rattler gonna throw. He's got his man, and that's Olave.
And now we're back to being a little bit comfortable.
First down, New Orleans.
So far here early,
But yeah, you're expecting them to be great. They're not set up to be great.
Converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has
Instead,
to
you
find
should.
a way when they force third down.
You're expecting them to take a bad offense and make it good instead of having a good offense and asking them to make it great. Like,
They're gonna go right back to
I look at the Bears pretty much the same way. They've had the same issues for about 7 to 8 years. And that issue is
They'll go again here with Kamara.
they don't have an offensive line that can protect the quarterback consistently.
Now, following the run,
Like,
one of the offensive linemen
it'll
leading
protect
the way
the quarterback
is a bit
periodically.
shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this
It'll
is
do it a game
problem
here, a
late in the
game
season.
there, or they're really good against the run, but do not ask them to pass block. Like, you'll have that type of situation with the Bears.
Here's Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara.
I had to wait.
And
I
they'll
had
get
to wait
about
for him to
half
get
of
the
what
fuck
they
out of the
needed.
way.
It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag.
Let's try a punch. Let's see. Actually, if I just flip it, say we aren't going to run at Crosby, I feel a
They'll
little bit
motion
better
their
about
tight
it.
end Johnson. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara.
I shouldn't have
And
felt,
they'll
but
bring
it
this
is what it is.
inside the 30. A gain of about 5.
I really don't. I know I have a rollout somewhere for this exact situation, so I can get a couple of free yards, and I can't find it. Is it here? It is here. Okay, it's over here. There. I was like, I have
They'll
a.
try again
Oh.
here. 2nd and
It's
10.
probably not gonna work because.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back
Because
of
I
the
had
end
to go.
zone.
I kind of
It's
had to throw it
incomplete.
quick. Yeah, so, yeah, that's probably
Here's a
gonna work.
3rd and 10.
Okay, so gonna be quick. You're gonna be quick to the flat. We're gonna be empty. They're probably sending
Now they'll set up to throw.
touchdown. Cool.
This is caught at
I thought it was 0. They still played them free though.
2. Chris Olave.
Even
Touchdown
that,
6.
that's not really new.
It's his 4th touchdown
Kinda
of
is.
the year. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will take a 14-6 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
I can't even really get
Jamal
thoughts out.
Agnew now to return.
Because
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground.
basically you're giving unrealistic expectations to
It's
very
2nd down.
young children that are still trying to figure it out against grown
2
men
minutes to
who
go here.
figured it out already.
We're back
You know,
to New Orleans.
with
After this,
and you're trying to do it with other children who also haven't figured it out, and then are surprised when
2nd
the
and
quarterback's
7.
bad.
Now Minshew. He runs
Know what I
with
mean?
it.
Well, let's give
Like,
credit here to
quarterback
the
don't have
coverage
to.
unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And he's going to have the Raiders first down. He'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Hurry up.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second
Now that
down
he's
play.
using hurry up, I could probably do wheelie and get away with it. Watch this be motion.
Throwing is Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity by the time he hit the ball. Got his eyes downfield. The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Saints going to use their second timeout.
Like some good examples.
On 4th down, last year's all-pro punter A.J. Cole on now for the Raiders. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. Taken at the 19. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a huge factor the past game all season long. In fact, he leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards.
Kind of followed that method of like, okay, we're gonna go.
They'll motion their tight
We're
end
gonna go get our
Johnson.
guy first.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Going right sideline and complete. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A nice throw there by the rookie, and he earns his guys a first down.
Let me look real quick for this a little better.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Shaheed in motion. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count
smart?
how many plays
Probably
they've
not.
run, and yet they find themselves
Probably
first and goal inside the low red zone.
He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Let's see what they get into
2
on it.
incomplete passes
But
now
if
lead
I
to
think
this
Kamara
3rd down
can
and
win,
goal.
I do think so. Oh.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. They took away all the options, and now it is 4th and goal.
We go to half.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints can tack on 3 more, extending the lead
But
here late in the first
so,
half.
like the Chiefs, like the Eagles,
And
they
hold
built the
that
team
thought.
first. So
Let's get right back
you realize
to it.
with Alex
We are
Smith,
ready for the
we
third
got a really
quarter.
good quarterback here. Can really he really do some stuff for us. And if we just, you know, just commit to it and feel like
First half played out a bit as
keep
we
building,
expected.
keep building.
We'll
You see
if
your
there's a
ceiling
surprise
with
coming
that
up.
type of quarterback.
Both
It's
teams
like,
set to go.
you know,
The
we'll get
second
some
half
playoffs.
is underway.
We'll get a playoff berth.
And their
I don't think we're a
drive
Super Bowl
will
team. I
begin
think we're a quarterback
at the
away,
30-yard
like a really special quarterback away
The
from being
Saints
a Super Bowl
offense.
team.
And their running back. set
And you
to
know,
go
you
once
draft
more.
his heir
As we get
apparent.
a look at the league leaders in
That
receiving
heir apparent
touchdowns
is
by
really
a running
fucking
back,
good.
he sets the pace here
And now
as
you're
we
not a-
get to the
now
latter
you're not a-
stages of the season. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
You're not a quarterback away
Close to
anymore.
a first
You get
down.
this
It's a gain of
freaky
9. Nice pitch and catch on
like,
first down.
alien quarterback.
The receiver thought he had
It's
a
like,
nice
yeah,
soft
he's a little
spot in
rough
that
around the
zone
edges. You're
coverage,
definitely
and he
gonna
settles
need a
down
little
to
bit
give a
more
nice
from
target
him.
to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time.
He's gonna need to figure out how to play quarterback for you.
This offense, they're not interested
But
in taking the deep shot here.
He's got
Second and
something.
short, the way
He's
they're
got
running the
something.
ball,
You know,
pound the
it's
rock,
all
reset
about
the
just
downs, and just keep the
But-
drive alive.
On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. He'll work his
just
way ahead.
get him in the
14
structure.
of
We got a
about
good offense that can survive him being very erratic. Is a
Here's
great way
second
to
and
describe
six.
early Mahomes.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara.
Bumped him around
And
that.
his defense up to the task there. Gain of
Yeah,
just 2,
erratic
and
would be
it's
the
third
best way to
down.
describe early Mahomes. And then off of that, you can. I got 2 of them. Shit, I didn't know I had 2 of them.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you
But-
think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back.
Yeah, but
But instead, you
about it
let
like
the quarterback get
like
loose.
Mahomes.
He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time.
I wanted
And
it
it'll
so
set up
bad I
second
pressed the
down.
wrong button on it. That's how bad I wanted that.
Back to throw.
I
Open
could get one on that
downfield. It's Johnson.
Mike, think back to our
I did not
conversation
feel
during the break.
confident. I
We
don't
kind
like
of
that.
both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
No
That's
chance at
what I feel
all.
about that.
He'll go down.
That takes us far.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario.
Okay.
Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the
Don't
ball
like that.
out of your
Don't
hand.
really even
Live
like
to
it.
play another
It's
down.
bad.
Instead, he retreats
But
backwards
the
and
key to get
leads to a
always get
massive
back
loss.
to is just bite off a small bit.
Looking to throw. Rattler. That is caught
Or bite off
downfield.
14 yards.
Johnson, the tight
15.
end.
That works too.
Another great throw,
Yeah, that's a
and
bad
that's
game
been
for
the
the
story
Chiefs.
as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this
Honestly,
team has asked of him
it could be
and more.
it could be better, like yardage wise, if I took sacks instead of like just barely getting it off. Yeah, those are the only screens I have. I could have. I know I have more. I know I have more. I just don't know where they are.
Throwing is
That's-
Rattler. He'll get this out to
There's
his
no
running
way.
back. Looking for room out on the
Okay,
edge.
so
Not
we'll go
gonna
up 2
find it.
scores,
As a matter of fact,
and
I think they
we'll
tracked
figure
him
it
down
out on
behind
defense.
the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth
I mean, like,
down.
we're still up 2 scores, but we'll go up 2 touchdowns.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will extend their lead.
Ball there.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage,
Yeah, and
but
you
you
go
want to
with the
continue
Eagles.
to apply pressure.
How they usually
Can you
build- they
score
build the-
every
they
time
build
you
up
get
the
the ball?
offensive line.
They're able to do that here. They tack on 3.
And honestly,
extend
that's
their
how
lead.
it's always
The Raiders
always
offense ready
been
for
since
their first possession of this
since
second
Carson
half.
took over.
Trail by 2
Got a good
touchdowns,
offensive
so
line. Don't really got the weapons. It's okay. Then we'll go get you the weapons.
It starts with 1st and 10.
And then after we go get you the weapons, you go to the Super Bowl. And next year,
Drive will start on the ground. He'll dodge one.
well, he starts to have an MVP season when he gets injured. Then the next year, kind of, it was like everybody just kept getting injured. And that kind of was the trend for the last couple years. And once his tenure at the Eagles was like,
Here's a run.
everybody's injured. Like his last year, the line was horrible because everybody on the line got injured. Like when Lane's missing time, that's when it was bad.
And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike,
I think Jason missed some time too. It was not a good time in Philadelphia. It was not always sunny in Philadelphia.
We saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. He'll try to run for it.
So,
And that's a great job defensively.
and then with Hurts, it was like, okay, well the next year, the line kind of comes back. Don't really have the receivers to make it work. We're working with Devontae.
To return, it's
And he's receiver one. Rookie Devontae Smith is receiver one.
As he takes it back beyond the 25-yard
Not what you want for your rookie to be receiver one and by a margin.
We show you the NFL
It
leaders
wasn't
in
close
rushing touchdowns.
on
As
who
you
was
can see,
receiver
he's
one.
right up there among the best in the league. You look middle
No.
here, and there's Olave.
So,
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down.
right,
and
0.
10. Throwing now is Rattler.
You gotta catch that. I don't care. You gotta catch that.
It's incomplete. What a good job.
It was in
defensively
your
to meet him
hands
just
more
as the
than
ball was
you
arriving.
got anything on it.
And it'll be 2nd down.
You gotta catch that. Just as a rule of thumb, you gotta catch that.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. And
That's
that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So on a
That was
day
just
where he's
hold.
completed,
What are we
give or take
doing?
half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine
Yeah,
there's
blitz.
a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh,
This
catch
is going to
the
be
ball.
incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
I'm not getting blocked. That's what's not.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
This is how I feel about
The
it.
Raiders
Truthfully, I don't
offense
think.
ready to see what they can do. They'll start out.
I mean, I could
1st
go
down
around the league and
and
tell you
10.
exactly like who I think are really building their rosters correctly
motion
and
is Myers.
who's not. Like I'll say, Dallas is building
On
theirs
1st and 10, it's Minshew.
how you want to because it's kind of just been the same thing. Like, okay, we'll have pretty solid defense, good offense.
If you're running across the field and you're looking
Basically,
at the
just
quarterback,
insert
you're gonna stay on
same
the run.
QB.
If you're
Like-
not looking
like,
at the
and then
quarterback,
see
that
what
tells
happens.
him, I'm gonna sit
Like,
in this soft zone.
Dak
I'm gonna
Dak
let them
is so
punch and
Romo
hit
coded.
and
Like
stop.
I don't know
And that
where
tells the
Dak
quarterback
ends
to
and
put the
Romo
ball on
begins,
your chest.
or
That
vice versa.
Non-verbal communication between the receiver
Like-
and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open.
Like that mentorship went basically like we're going to be at the hip. You're me, I'm you. And when he took over and he kept the job. And that's
2.
kind of how he goes. And you do it properly.
They'll run.
Shit.
He'll have a 1st down.
But
as
yeah,
he
he's
gets
just-
this up
They
close
built
to the
it
40-yard line.
to succeed, to like
This is a
smooth
situation that play
transition.
callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the
Play
table.
it to the next.
Second and
It's like,
short.
okay,
Play
well,
action
here's
pass.
what we've
You
been
can run.
doing.
In this case, they choose to keep
This
it on
is
the ground.
who we've been
Play it
doing it
safe,
with.
pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Minshew.
A good
And
pop
he
out.
can't hang on through the contact.
That's
It's
how we've been
incomplete,
doing
but a
it.
good job defensively to meet him just as the
So
ball
like,
was arriving.
sometimes
And
it's
it'll
just
be second down.
insurance, and then the insurance you have to actually use, and then you realize the insurance is kind of good. He's kind of can replace what we got, and it's cheaper, and that's kind of what happened with
Minshew out
Tony.
of the pistol here.
Is
That's taken in by. Oh,
give me the ball, let's go.
he's hit, and the ball
The
is
insurance
out.
was cheaper,
And the
just as
defense
good,
has it.
and was younger, so they were like, let's go with that.
So often, and sometimes
So-
people miss that there's kind of a middle
And that,
phase.
and
There's
kind
the
of that's
catch.
kind of
But
how
before
that
it turns
started.
into
It
a
was just,
run, you
yo,
have to
insurance
secure
cheaper.
the ball as a ball
Go with them.
carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of
So what
pressure,
we're gonna do is
front
just
tip
take
up
this over.
against your body. All of that is kind of
Gonna
taken for
push it
granted.
and do all that,
Catching
which
it
we do.
is just step
Which
one.
was-
You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
An attack
Push
is going to be
it.
made down at the 40-yard line.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you
That's
really
kinda
can rely
how you gotta-
heavily on
you
your
gotta
run
understand
game. Everybody
power
in the stadium
dynamics
knows
of
you're
things.
going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down.
We can go
A
to
gain of
the
7.
Jets. Bad offense.
Here's a 2nd and 3 fourth.
Drafted a quarterback with basically
Now Rattler going to throw.
know how to make the offense good. And then got in Garrett Wilson, so I'm not too mad. The line never was good. It still isn't good. And you have Rodgers. The only reason the shit works is because you have Aaron
They
Rodgers.
allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Like
You know, Mike,
if
nice job here by the
any
quarterback,
other
just
quarterback,
understanding
and I
on
mean
these early
literally
downs, you
any
just
other
don't wanna
quarterback,
go backwards.
was
So he's able to
quarterbacking
avoid
the
negative
Jets,
play, pick up a little bit, and mostly
we'd be
avoid the
talking
sack.
we'd be talking hot seat for a lot of
Here's a
people
2nd
because
and
you
9.
still have the same issues. Like
Rattler now back to throw.
what makes Rodgers great
To get
is
this
he gets
complete to his man out
he
of
gets
the
the
backfield.
ball out
And
quick.
he will get
So
into the end
like
zone.
even when you're supposed to be in pure pass, you're never in pure pass.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Gets into things so quickly.
He had the touchdown run earlier.
That was weird.
Now
Gets
add
into
a
things
TD
quickly. He
reception.
gets in
Greg,
efficiently.
that's one of those
He
scores
gets
where it's
the
not
ball off.
completely over, but
You don't have
it's
to be
getting to be
right
about
all the
that
time.
time.
He's
Yeah, Mike, I just
he's
think we're
helping
entering
you
miracle stage
be
right
right.
now, and I
He's
just don't
helping
think there's
not
any
wrong.
coming back from this deficit.
They still don't have answers that you want. But thankfully, they got an experienced quarterback and not a young one. Like you put a young quarterback behind whatever the fuck the Jets are deciding to call an offensive line, he dies. And we'll be talking about, he needs to be replaced by da-da-da-da. I don't know why CJ Stroud is successful in what's it called?
And things are getting
And
a little
what,
tight with 2
Houston?
weeks left
It's
in the regular
because
season already. We can
that
look ahead in
offense
both
the year
conferences to
before
some critical
was
divisional
bad
matchups ahead
because
in
of
week
quarterback,
18.
not like
Open man downfield. He's got his tight end
Like,
Bowers.
bad altogether. They were bad because their quarterback was bad. Better quarterback, probably a better result. Like they were a good offense dragged down by not good offense. They're an okay offense dragged down by a bad quarterback. Put a good quarterback in there. Guess what? They stay okay and then go to good every now and then.
To be able to generate shot plays.
You know what I mean?
Big explosive shots.
And that's what you want. You're like, okay, you won. Then we build you up a little bit more. Hopefully someone takes that leap. And if not, we have the money to go and spend it because you're on a rookie deal. You're a good quarterback. We can go get you some help. We have a good foundation here. We kind of know like the 3 things we need instead of the 8. Like a bad team would have.
So they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
You know what I mean?
One down to the fullback.
Like the Panthers have a lot wrong with them.
Down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And
zone there, but it is incomplete.
The Texans
Devontae
don't.
Adams, the intended receiver.
And you're seeing
bring up
who
second and goal.
is benefiting from not having a bunch of things wrong with him.
From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll tuck it and take off. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3.
That's very lucky on that one.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball
He was
carrier
on time,
watches this
but-
back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself.
Give
If
him
he
a bit
could
of
just
rest.
have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He's got his
What are we
big tight
doing?
end.
Why is he
Right
wide
now,
open? You have inside leverage.
Touchdown, Vegas.
What are we doing?
Carlson's kick is good. And the
Nerve-wracking.
Raiders are able to cut into the deficit.
But that's all it is.
So
It's
time
like,
here for the onside
help your quarterback
kick
out a little
just
bit.
in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And
the
he'll
goal
be taken down
for
as the clock
a team,
ticks
in my
towards
opinion,
2 minutes
before
to play.
before you draft the quarterback, build your team. Build your team. Take advantage. If you know you have a bad team, like if you know you're in that first 10 picks and it's not because of injury, like if it's because of injury, by all means, go get your quarterback because you're gonna have your team back and you will be a good team. Like,
A fresh set of downs
you know
to
what I mean?
work with. It is
Like if
first
it's
down
because of
and 10.
injury, I'm a little bit more like, yeah, sure,
Now Kamara.
go
And
get
he's
your
gonna be
quarterback.
taken down,
Go
and that will take
get your
us
future face who
2-minute
can
warning.
save what that was last year.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
What if you know, like, and you know for a fact if you're quarterback away or not.
On the handoff, running left, it's Kamara.
Like
And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside.
if
the
you know you're not
35
ready for a
the first
quarterback,
down.
don't get one. Trade that 1st overall pick. Trade that 2nd overall pick. Trade back a few spots. Go get you an offensive
It's a
lineman.
give
Go
now
get you
to Kamara.
a running back. Go get you a receiver. For this vet that you're going to parade around this bad offense and this bad offensive line, go do that. Let them suffer. And then when you're ready and you know that you're basically just
he knows there's even more yards to be had.
a good QB away.
And the Saints are going to
Know that. Know you're just a good QB away.
Trying to finish off this
Don't get
drive with 6 points.
Because there's a good QB every draft. He's not always gettable. But literally throughout the draft, there's a quarterback that fits whatever you want to run.
Victory
There
very
is.
much
Every
in sight
draft,
now
there's
as they'll
someone
take a
there.
knee.
Go get him. Do not subject all of us to the torture you're about to put this junior that's coming, like this true junior that's coming out of like Bama, Ohio State. Okay, redshirt junior that's coming out of Bama, Ohio State, or God forbid a Lincoln Riley offense, and expecting him to be great. And running like a archaic pro style offense that he hasn't run ever. Like Washington, they're doing great by Jaden Daniels because they aren't making him run like a bad offense. They catered to its strengths. They were a good offense last year that just had a quarterback that you didn't know who he was going to throw to on any given down. And they were fine with it as a team. They just lost because, for one, the defense wasn't great, but it is what it is. And they traded away every good pass rusher they had throughout the season. Like early in the season, they traded away their leading pass rusher, and then they did it again. So I'm not too hard on those teams. On Washington, who was a bad record, but wasn't a bad offense. They had the skill positions to be good. And Howell threw the ball all over the field to whoever in it and whatever he could.
As we say, so long
and
from New Orleans.
They fought like fisticuffs with good defenses because they could. They had everything there to make it work, and they really did just only need a quarterback to just keep them on track and not throw the ball away. Just turn over the downs, or reset the downs. Gonna be great. And after that, we'll figure it out. What did you do to get that much up? What? Wow. That is a low bar. I'll take it. That is a low bar though, bro. That is a very low bar. 5 sacks. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm going to build you how I want to build you. But that's a very low bar. But set your quarterbacks up for success and not failure. Build your offense. Make sure it can run. Don't just insert a good college quarterback into a bad situation. It's gonna lead to tragedy. I was gonna say, one team that's been really bad about I would say the Colts. They just sucked at picking who their quarterback should be and giving up a little bit too quickly on another. I feel like Carson could have been fine in there if they didn't put so much stock in him losing in Duval that last game and them missing the playoffs. When they haven't won it in Duval since I think Peyton Manning was the quarterback the last time they won it. No, it might have been sooner than that. I know it was either Luck was still the quarterback or Peyton was the quarterback the last time they won it in Jacksonville. So I feel like we all knew going into that week. We all heard the murmurs they need to win in Jacksonville to make playoffs. Probably not happening. And guess what? It didn't happen because they aren't built. They for whatever reason, I'm guessing it's the curse of Peyton Manning for how he left, and they gotta figure out how to get that juju out of the building because it's costing them seasons and playoffs because they can't get out of it. Whatever bad juju that exists in Duval. And then I feel like if they would have stuck with Wentz, I think they would have been fine the very next year in year 2 of an offense. Quarterbacks always get a little bit better. And then year 3 is when you really know who you have at quarterback in your offense because it's a common saying it takes 3 years for a quarterback to feel really good about an offense. So if the quarterback's bad year 3 into the offense and his skill positions ain't really changed and they're solid and the offensive line didn't die, it's him. It's 100% him. Go get you a new quarterback. But if you're gonna give a guy 3 new offenses in back-to-back years, I'm not gonna put in him missing the playoffs by 1 game on him. Truthfully, it's his first year in offense, but they were like, nope, ship you into Washington, who he then has to learn a new offense. And boy, did he not learn it. He fucking sucked in Washington. And that's why I'm happy. He's kind of gotten a reset. He's gotten to go to LA. He's gotten to go to Kansas City. And he gets to be back. getting to be a backup. I really thought he was out of the league when he got cut from Washington, but I'm happy he's gotten a chance to really like reset and figure out what his next steps are, and just take a step back and just watch it. And I think that's gonna be good for him. Kind of like a little bit of a Geno situation, where you kind of get counted out because you had a few bad years, and really didn't get set up for success in those bad years either. So I actually do think that's something that Bryce Young needs. He needs to just sit for the rest of the season and just watch, because I think they broke him year one, and they didn't give him time to just play through the brokenness year two. Like, he built some bad habits year one, and they translated this year. He's paranoid in the pocket, and he doesn't even see the openings where they are, because what's it called? One of his sacks this year against, I think, the Saints, is all he had to do was step right, and he does a fucking spin move to the left into a sack. And Thielen's like 30 yards wide open, because the middle safety doesn't actually take him, and you have he's got to do trailing him by 15 yards, like diagonally. So it's very important for a team to build an offense properly, and I don't think we get enough people doing it. And that's why you see so many flameouts in the NFL. And you'll be like, yo, what happened to him? Like, why wasn't he good? I was like, there are some special like occasions where it's not even a situational thing. It's like, you just drafted the wrong player, and he wasn't really that good. You know what I mean? Like, I'd point to Johnny Manziel a little bit about that. Like, he just wasn't as good as we thought he was. And honestly, probably shouldn't have been a first-round quarterback, but he had the hype and the machine behind him, and beating Bama and the production, you know. And then you see, as the NFL careers play out, Mike Evans was doing a lot for that offense, and he's been doing a lot in Tampa. Like, he was like, okay, well, that makes sense. Johnny didn't make him. Mike made Johnny. And obviously the rest of it, Johnny had help a little. Like, Johnny helped the offense. He escaped. But you watch back, you're like, man, I don't think Johnny read these defenses at all. I think he just threw it. And he was like, Mike's over there. I know my offense. Mike's over there. 25's over there. I trust him. And then you hear in the NFL, hey, bro did not watch film whatsoever. I'm like, that fits. I'm like, that fits the film. It's what it is. And you watch everything back, and you're like, oh my god, what happened? Yeah, he flamed out because of that. And then you got people who, like, legit don't need to be in the NFL based off college production, and they just got a good friend in the NFL. And off of that friend's team, he's still in the NFL. I'm not gonna name names, but you know the quarterback I'm talking about. To where he had zero, and I mean zero, positive college production, and I think he's a starting quarterback right now. He is a starting quarterback right now. And he still has bad NFL production, and it's impressive. It's impressive what you can get away with when you just know the right people. And I'm guessing he has dirt on somebody. But that's just my opinions. I was like, quarterbacks are set up to fail a lot more, and then we act surprised when the first overall pick, that's a quarterback that goes to a bad offense, is now we're questioning, like, why isn't he playing as well as the quarterback that went into what was Jaden, the third overall pick? Why is the third overall pick playing better than the number one overall pick? When, like, Jaden hasn't punted in 2 weeks, and he's punted 4 times all season. The Bears punted 4 times last game. So, and then we wonder, like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? It's because one's entering an offense that was good and had a bad quarterback, and replace that bad quarterback with a good Heisman winning quarterback, and now they're fine and haven't punted in 2 weeks. And then you have Caleb, whose offensive line struggles to run block because they don't, for whatever reason, they have a combination. They have an O-line combination, and that could be really nasty over one side of the ball, and they don't use it. I'm not gonna say the exact combination, but they don't use it. And eventually, they'll either use it or they'll lose it. So, Caleb's running for his life, which has been a constant thing for the Bears for 7 years, like I said earlier. And I was surprised. So, it is what it is. It's been fun. That's been the game. That was against the CPU. So that was why it was so low scoring, but they were able to dot the fuck out of me.